Hello everybody, what's up?
New knowledge every day. 3. Antisymmetry conscious structure. New knowledge. Antisymmetry conscious structure. Brain definition. Every conscious entity has a parallel counterpart that exists in parallel, but it is not a reverse copy, it is a reality that eliminates everything you have ever thought of. Sounds a bit vague? Let me clarify. Milky Way idea. Instead of having a reflected copy as we usually think, e.g., evil, good, dark, light, in the antisymmetry structure, there exists an entity that has never been you. But it is it that defines the limits of who you are. In other words, you are you because you are not what you are not. Every choice, thought, feeling that you never had, never thought about, never avoided, has a negative structure that exists in parallel. But you cannot see it, because your very existence is the result of separating from it. Cyclone the consequence of this knowledge. The ego is not an accumulation of experience, but the negative boundary of all that you have not chosen. True creativity does not come from imagination, but from reaching the counterpart, the place that has never existed in your logical flow. The self and the non-self are two branches growing from the same root, but the more you live, the further you are from the never being you zone. Madness, or enlightenment, is the state in which human consciousness suddenly collides with the counterpart, and cannot distinguish which is the real self. Telescope imagination application. A kind of inverse ego, meditation, not looking inward, but trying to trace back to what you never thought of. Ask not, who am I? But, who am I not? And why? Create AI that does not learn from human data, but learns from the gaps in human perception, understanding the blind zone of thinking. New ethical philosophy. Good and bad behavior is not defined by the result, but by the reflexive gap it generates. Every action always creates an unprecedented action on the opposite side. Puzzle piece. A simple example. You choose to study art. The universe does not create a you who studies math, but creates an entity that has never thought about math at all, even has no concept of math. It is that lack of concept that creates the energy of reflexivity, which strengthens your artistic identity. End closing. Open. You are not the sum of all the things you have. You are the result of all the things you don't have, and never dared to think of.
Bye bye, thanks for watching, bye bye.